What's up everybody, Eric here with another EWE Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing South Park, Not Suitable for Children. Before we get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you want me to review next. But yeah, this is the new South Park special that basically shadow dropped right before the end of the year. Title of it, like I just said, it's South Park Not Suitable for Children. The genre is Adult Animated Comedy Television Special with the rating of TVMA. The release date is December 20th, 2023. The director is Trey Parker, and the cast includes aforementioned Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Kimberly Brooks, April Stewart, Jessica Mackinson, and Chris Borkovec. I probably mispronounced that. But yeah, this has a runtime of 46 minutes, and this is streaming on Paramount Plus. Remember, HBO gets the regular show, and Paramount gets the specials. This does not have a post-credit scene, and this is also a one episode, so similar to Joining the Pandaverse was like a one episode special. This is also like a one episode special, not like Streaming Wars, which had two parts. So let's talk about the plot real quick. Oh yeah, this is gonna be spoiler free, which is gonna make some of my thoughts hard to say for this one, but I'll try to keep things as vague as possible, just to give you my ideas. So the plot of this is, after it's discovered that a teacher at South Park Elementary has an OnlyFans page, Randy's compelled to start a closer look at the seedy underbelly of the world of online influencers. That's the basic plot, but if you look at the thing, they have this thing called Cred, and it's basically Prime. And we'll talk about that in a second. So let's start off with my thoughts on the movie. I'll start off with the bad. There's not enough Stan and Kyle. They are there, but like they're background characters in this one. And I wonder if that's because they were like in a lot in which one was it? In Joining the Pandaverse, they were in there a little bit more, so I wonder if it was just like, okay, we gave them a lot of space there, let's give them a little bit less here. If you've noticed over the years, South Park's not just necessarily about the four boys anymore. Randy's become a very prominent character. I think Randy might be just as important as Cartman in terms of how much you show him. The Randy side of stuff, and this one's going to be something that's going to go on the good and the bad. Some of the Randy stuff goes a little bit too far, in my opinion, but I get why they did it, but it goes a slight bit too far where you're just like, I think I didn't need that. I get why you did it, but I don't think you needed to do it to get the idea out from this episode. You could have done another way that I think would have been a little bit better. However, it was funny, so I'm like, it's a tough one. And another bad thing is I was confused about why they called it Cred. Now, this is supposed to be something that's supposed to be Prime, but they do say the word Prime there to try and compare it to Cred. It's like, why didn't you just go at Prime? I'm wondering if there was something with legal of why they didn't do it. And it was just like, well, we're saying it's something else, so Logan Paul can't really sue us. I'm wondering if that's the reason. It just seemed like a weird choice to me when we all know you're talking about Prime. And for the bad wise, another thing is, like, I kind of wish it was a little bit longer, because they have a really good idea right here. So let's, and yeah, I wish it was a little bit longer. 46 minutes for something like this. I think you could have gotten like another 10 minutes out of this story, and it still would have hit higher highs, because I thought this was a really good special. So let's actually now move on to the good. The subject matter I thought was amazing. Seeing South Park tackle something like this, I thought was like, thank you, South Park, because I've been wanting people to talk about stuff like this. So I'm someone that I've dabbled in energy drinks before. I've never really been that into them, but I have tried Prime. But there's something I have to admit. I never see other adults drinking Prime. Whenever I go out and see stores, you know who I see drinking Prime? I see kids drinking it. And it's always one of those things of like, wait, why are the kids... I thought this was supposed to be a drink for adults, and that includes Prime Energy. I've had this a couple times. It's okay. I'd rather have other energy drinks. But that thing, that 12-ounce can, has 200 milligrams of caffeine. There is no reason why a child, anyone under, I'd say like under 14, should ever be drinking that stuff. That stuff is way too much. It could mess with kids' bodies and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't get why parents get that for them. But a lot of times, just the parent, the kid keeps asking for it. Parents don't do their research, and it's like they just let them have it. The hydration one, I've had it, and I'll be honest, one of the reasons I was like, okay, I'll try this after I got diagnosed being diabetic, but even like, this isn't really what I want, and everyone's always gonna say, well, it tastes better than the other ones. Yeah, but like when you see the electrolytes you get back, it's like, oh yeah, it's a bunch of potassium. you don't burn that much potassium when you work out. So like hydration wise, it's not really that useful for hydration either. You're just sticking people with a bunch of potassium and a bunch of fake sugars. So I'm like, I don't see the point of this thing either. But kids love it as well. It's like a lot of this is focusing on getting children hooked on this, because it's not really something I think adults would be drinking. It's like like when it comes to energy drinks, I see adults more than likely they're drinking Monster and Celsius are the main ones I see from the groups I'm around. I go to the gym a lot, so that's the main stuff I see. But yeah, I love the fact that South Park tackled this, and like the name of the special, not suitable for children. It's like, oh yeah, it's just like that. How like a lot of stuff to say, oh yeah, well it's not meant for children, but children still find a way to get on it. And like that reminded me of like when they say like they don't necessarily do this with like the OnlyFans stuff, but like even when you think about when we were kids, pornography and stuff like that, all a kid really had to do is learn how to take the year and subtract 18, enter that, and they can get onto a website. So it was like, okay, yeah, it's not suitable for children, but who are the people that are really going to this? Children, because like they're not supposed to be there. So what do they want to do? They want to be there. So I found it funny that they actually tackled this, and I thought they did it in a very good way. And like I said before, the Randy stuff was over the top, but then when you start seeing the stuff that Randy's doing, so like the influencer stuff Randy's doing, you're just like, holy crap, this is how the influencer market really works. Not necessarily the acts he was doing, but how he was roping a lot of things in there. It was just like the social media game and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like promote stuff to get things to go to this channel. I was just like, whoa. I was like, this seems very like noticeable with stuff I've seen in social media. And I'm just like, yeah, South Park's just going for it. And I thought that was really well done. Aside from like the over the top stuff I talked about, where like some stuff was just like, okay, you went a bit too far. And the Clyde story, this is where I'll put this in the positive. I thought the Clyde story was really, really good. And I was like, I loved it because you got to see it from like a different side of something that you know exists, but you got to see it like from that perspective of that's being the protagonist. And I really enjoyed that. It was cool seeing Clyde getting a moment. It's been a while, I think, since we've seen Clyde be like prominent, other than I think one of the Vax ones, he didn't want to get vaccinated. I think that was the last time we saw him have a prominent role, but that was like the adult one. But I would have liked him to get like 5 more minutes of time of seeing his story. But that's not really that much of a negative. It's just like I would have wanted to see that. It didn't need it, but I would have liked it. But I really thought it worked of showing like the craziness of the real world and like us being like, oh, what if we were in that situation as Clyde? And I thought it was really cool to see, and it really worked. Now I can't really talk more about like other stuff in this episode because like that would be spoilers, and I don't want to spoil this for people. So let's actually move on now to my score. And I'm actually gonna give this a 9 out of 10 for amazing. I thought of the South Park specials, considering that this one's only one part as well, I thought it was really well done, and I've rewatched it a couple times just because like it's 46 minutes, not like it takes me that long. Sometimes I'll be cooking and I'll just put it on. It's like, okay, I really enjoy it. So I definitely recommend you go watch this. It's on Paramount Plus. Just give it a shot, guys. I think many people would enjoy it. I think if you're someone that's followed South Park for a long time and you like see these trends on social media, I think you'll really get into the episode and be like, holy crap, this is so true. So yeah, I'm giving this 9 out of 10 for amazing. I really hope you guys watch it. My next review is going to be, well, next reviews, and I'm not sure which one's going to come out first. I want to watch the Iron Claw, and I need to do the Rick and Morty Season 7 review. I've been holding that one back just because I'm waiting for it to be, I wanted the new year to start, because that review, since it's going to be later, put on later, I actually wanted to get views, and sometimes if I send something out the first week of January or the last week of December, they're not going to do well, just because that's a time where people are like with family doing stuff, getting back to their normal routine. So didn't want to put that review out just yet, but expect that sometime next week. That's the plan. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like the subject matter? Because I thought it was one of their best ones yet, and I really want to know other people's thoughts. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.